Today on the Bass Channel, we're checking out the Dave Ellefson signature soap bar pickup set from EMG. And because tone wood is a myth, we are running these pickups into a 2x4 with a neck made out of cardboard into the most expensive amp we could possibly get our hands on. Just kidding, all of that was a lie. We're actually running it into I believe it's a 2011 Fender Blacktop Precision Bass, into an Orange Terror bass amp, a DG112N and a DG410N. The 112 is mic'd up with an RE20, the 410 is mic'd up with a Shure Beta 52, and we're blending both of those mic signals with the DI output from the head. Okay, so let's talk about the pickups. Aside from being marketed, packaged, and sold under the Dave Ellefson name in the box that has his face on it, there's nothing necessarily proprietary about these pickups. This set is comprised of the 35 CS in the neck and the 35 DC in the bridge. Now, like I've mentioned on the Thunderbird pickup shootout video that we did some time back, most soap bars and Thunderbird pickups in the EMG line aren't necessarily sold as sets, they're all sold individually. So it's kind of on you whether you want to get two of the same or just mix and match to your personal taste. But again, this being the Dave Ellefson signature set, these are the two pickups that he landed on, and so therefore to make it easier on you, you can get both of these in one package with basically just one click. So maybe the next big question is what sets these apart from any other EMG soap bar set that comes stock in your Schecter bass that you bought at your favorite retailer, hopefully at Zounds. The big difference is the CS in the neck. And since I have become accustomed to the CS, it is absolutely winning my heart. I used to love the DCs. I still do like the DCs, but this CS magnet combination has, again, like I said, it has just swept me away, and I am all aboard the CS train. The ceramics, as you guys know, anyone who's bought an off-the-shelf Schecter stiletto, the DC pickups that come in it, they're cool for what they are. They've got plenty of bite. They've got plenty of clarity. What they don't have is a tremendous amount of punch, which I mentioned this in the Frank Bello signature pickup video. The CS pickup just has this punch to it that in the EMG family of products, in my opinion, is just unrivaled. So you get that in the neck position, or in the technically middle position, kind of where it matters. And then your bridge is the same 35 DC that's in your Schecter stiletto or whatever Schecter you may have if you have one, to where that's going to give you all of the kind of ceramic top end clarity. Of course, when the DC is soloed in that bridge position, it's a little bit, it's got some nasal quality to it. Still articulate, but it's a little more honky. What'd you call me? When you go over to just the CS on its own, I know this is kind of a buzzword, and again, it's not so much the pickup as the placement. It's got that P-bass on steroids thing, because again, P-bass pickups are kind of in that same position. So therefore, hearing the string at that spot of its vibrational sweep, of course. But it's a dual coil, and the CS just, I don't know what other word to use than punch. It just gives it this punch that, yes, shines through the recording, but it really is something to be felt. if you're on the fence, if you have 35 DCs in your bass and you like them, but you're curious to try something else, just buy a 35 CS and put it in the neck, and you'll effectively have the Dave Ellefson set. If you don't have 35 DCs in your bass, then just buy the Dave Ellefson set. And again, we've talked about the individual tones of each pickup, and then when they're together, they work together in such a way to where, like most two pickup instruments, you'll get that natural kind of mid scoop of both pickups kind of fighting for the output, at least when you have two volumes anyway. So a lot of the honkiness of the bridge position, which to your perspective would be that side if you're right-handed, whatever, doesn't matter. A lot of the bridge honkiness is gone, but the CS punch still remains. So you get all the CS punch that you want with like additional top-end clarity, which if you're a Megadeth fan, how could you not be, or at least a Dave Ellefson fan, then you kind of know the sound. You know, it's a big in your face but still articulate at the same time type of a tone. Let's just appreciate that string of words for a minute, because there's plenty of basses that are huge and punchy and in your face, and it's just a whirlwind of mud. You know, Thunderbird straight off the rack is one that comes to mind. There's plenty of punch in that bass stock. It's a huge sound. There is some articulation to be had in that instrument, but you need to know how to coax it. You need to know how to set your amp. You need to know how to play it, where to play it, how much attack, etc., etc. But to have that in-your-face punch and volume and just ballsy type of sound and articulation without having to think about it is a really sweet combination that I didn't think much of that whole tone descriptor until really hearing it. These pickups are huge. They're loud. Like I said, we did the Frank Bello set last time. I don't know the space in between these videos when they're going to come out, but we shot both of them the same day. So Josh was here, we did the Frank Bello tones, and then we did the Dave Ellefson tones, and wow, you know, like, wow, it was gigantic. I had to turn some of the input levels on the interface down because it was just such a big tone. So I think I've just about covered all of the specs, all of my opinions on the Dave Ellefson set. So if it interests you and you're on the fence about it, my recommendation would be go for it. They're awesome. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. If you've already decided that these aren't for you, then A, I don't know why you're here, but B, don't get them. If you've already made up your mind, I'm not going to try to beg you to agree with me. But like I said, if you're on the fence and you're thinking about if they've been in your cart for 2 weeks, I can tell you that I have been nothing short of blown away by them. I love them. If I was going to swap them, it would just be for fun, just to make another video and just to try something else, like Tom Araya's set or something. But for the moment, I am more than happy with not only this set, but that 35CS is so good. So again, of course, huge thanks to Josh Dubois for playing all of the samples in this video. Nobody plays it quite like him, and I think I can speak for everyone on the channel, both in it and watching it. We're super excited to have Josh on board, and I think that's just about all I have to say on it. So be safe or don't. I'm not going to tell you what to do, and I will catch you the next time I catch you.